Hey guys, this is Jeff. I wanted to go through this marketing presentation with you that I put together, and it's a bit of a brain dump. There's two files. One is a PowerPoint file, and the other file is an Excel file. So if you have trouble reading the slides in the presentation, you can just leave the audio going and follow along from the direct files. Things have been really tight lately, and a lot of troubles with the economy and gas prices, and budgets have been super tight, and people are reluctant to buy expensive boot camps, and so we're all feeling the pinch, and wanted to take a little time to talk about how to market and really understand what's going on, and do so without spending a fortune. First, I want to talk about what marketing is. There's a little confusion between what marketing is and how that's different than advertising or promoting or PR. Marketing is research and analysis and the thinking you do and the strategies and tactics and plans you make to generate leads. And leads are people that are eligible to take your camp. It's not advertising and promotion. Advertising and promotion comes out of your marketing campaign. But marketing is more the activities you do to develop your plan, like understanding your customers and what's important to them. And so just so we're clear on what marketing is, it's not advertising as some people think. A lot of people get into a groove around their marketing and advertising and promoting. They think, oh, well, I need to do a flyer, I need to do a mailing, I need to do a constant contact. And those things are fine, and they're part of your campaign, but you really got to think outside the box. All those other things your competitors are doing, and a lot of the best things you do, or the things that get you the best results, will be outside of the box thinking. So we're going to talk about some of those things today. But I also encourage you to bring more people into the fold to talk with you about ideas and things you might try, whether this is your team leads or instructors, or bring in some campers for a focus group. And so it's really important that you get some fresh ideas in if you haven't been satisfied with the things you've been doing. The most important thing you need is a plan. A lot of people tend to go kind of by the seat of their pants. Someone will call them from a local paper and offer to sell them an ad, and they'll say, yeah, I'll do that, or they'll just take more of a random approach to their marketing and their advertising and promotion. And I think you're going to get a lot better results and spend less money and do better if you really think through some of these things that I'm going to talk about in just a minute. So the first thing you've got to figure out, what's the big picture? Do you have money to spend? What kind of time do you have? People have full-time jobs or not, or this could be someone else's time as well. I have a team lead that's offered to help me, or I have a camper that can't afford boot camp that is offered to help me. How much time do you or someone willing to help you have? Who can help you? A lot of times we have raving fans in our camps that are willing to help, or you can barter with them if they can't afford camp. Team leads, spouses, whoever you can pull in that are fans of you and your program to help you. There's some obvious questions like, when should promotions or marketing activities take place? There's quite a bit of lead time on some things. Where should you put your efforts? And we're going to talk about that in a minute. And really, most importantly, how do you measure your results? Because if you can't measure the results of what you're doing, you're going to waste a lot of money and time and effort and be very frustrated. So you've got to figure out what your objectives are. Are you building a new camp or new location and you just need warm bodies put in, and you're not trying to maintain the price? Do people not know you're even there? Do you just need to create more awareness? Have you decided that traditional advertising isn't working very well, or marketing, and you need to create some new partnerships with a health food store, or the local healthy takeout place, or a restaurant, or shoe stores, or the junior league, or who knows what. And then, marketing can be to your existing customers, your former customers. Marketing can be to just get some leads from someone else, an email list. You know, what are you trying to really do? What are your objectives? So these are things you've got to include in your plan. Getting a new customer is much, much harder than keeping your existing customer. And so, you know, your number one focus should be marketing in the grass to your campers. Making sure you're reselling the benefits to them every time they come to class during stretching, reminding them that they're getting stronger and faster and they're looking better and they're smarter and sexier, or whatever you can get away with. The rule is if a person buys twice, they'll keep buying. So those brand new campers that bought once, you know, you have to be on your game with them. If this means an extra email or extra attention, or you sit down with them to have a lengthy discussion about their logbook and give them some extra education, getting a person to buy twice is kind of the key, because then it's a pattern in their mind. You know, referrals come from results. When people see folks that look great, they ask them where. And you guys know this, but if you have a camper that's not getting results, they're not going to be back, and their friends aren't going to get referred. Sometimes results take a while, and you have to tell people, hey, you may not see a big difference, but I see a big difference. You know, and you can't do all this stuff without getting the result you want. You know, it may take you another 30 days. This is stuff all of you guys know, but it's just a reminder. So going out and finding new customers is great, but you've got to focus internally on keeping your existing customers as well. And so we just need to keep that in mind. And, you know, we have some owners that go well above and beyond on this, sending extra emails, you know, learning kids' names of their campers. I know a lot of you guys do this, but it's just a reminder. When you're looking for leads, you got to know who your audience is, you know, and this differs based on the market. You know, who's oh great, the sirens are coming. What are their ages? How much money do they make? Where do they live in relation to your locations? Why do your folks take boot camp? You know, in Midtown Atlanta, you know, the reasons may be different than out in the suburbs. Or in Knoxville or Charlotte. You know, what are the habits of these folks? Where do they go shopping? What kind of things do they do? You don't want to do a partnership with another local merchant that does not have your target audience visiting or is on their mailing list, for example. So you need to know your customer. I think a lot of us know these things intuitively, but we don't write them down. And it's a great exercise, and we're happy to help you with that if we can. You know, we have a lot of competition now, especially here in Atlanta, but elsewhere too. We have 1 million boot camps. We have the personal trainer with his arms folded. You know, we have the super cheap Groupon type boot camps, and you really need to focus in on the things that make you different. You know, is it that they get a new nutritional advice, you know, during the month? Is it the instructor ratio? Is it the great results people get? You know, what is your promise to the campers? I mean, some of you guys may not be aware, but we've had a money-back guarantee on the homepage of the website for, I don't know, about 18 months. And we've only given, I don't know, maybe one or two refunds on that. And the guarantee says they have to complete the camp and fill out the logbook, of course. But that's a great way to sell people and say, hey, nobody else offers this. If you complete the program and, you know, you didn't get the result, you know, you don't get the results and you didn't get good attention, we'll give you your money back. You know, the things you'll push as far as your unique selling proposition in large part depends on your audience and you know, the type of medium that you're gonna reach them with. Brand personality. We never want to be the cheapest boot camp. We're the best boot camp, and there's always room at the top for the best product or service. You know, we've got to be careful with discounts. You know, we have some owners that are doing some discounts and a couple of very small, limited discount deals through Facebook. But you have to be careful with those, that you don't put yourself in the customer's mind as trying to compete on price, because we'll lose. We'll lose every time on that, and we're okay with that. Keep in mind that a lot of people are nervous, and pushing that we're good with beginners is always a plus. Making sure that each and every camper gets results is what we're focused on. And then always, take a critical eye at what you're doing, and the thing that will get you some campers in today might hurt you later. We want to keep our position as the best boot camp and not compete on price, and this is a dangerous trap to fall into. So here's some things that could be part of your plan for promotion or marketing. Trading services. Midtown has joined a barter club, which is, and somebody bought $3,700 worth of services on that, and you as an owner can trade that in for dentistry or vacations or other services you need, like printing or who knows what. You can also trade with groups. For example, we have a trade deal with Natural Body that's been going on for a lot of years, and they give us massage certificates that we give as prizes to our clients, and in return we let their staff take boot camp, and then their staff talks us up as well. We've done this with hairdressers who talk to people all day for a living. We've done partnerships with them. Any kind of business whose services you may need, you can trade for, and that's a great way to get people in your camp. Offering free information is huge. Really becoming an expert on a topic, and this, if you have a small community, this is very easy. But even in a larger group, you can share things on your Facebook page. You can share some of the articles in our article library, and really just getting yourself out there. And you're going to talk about your business, but the primary thing is just to show people that you're willing to give away this information and be a helpful person. Sharing customers is big. If you have a business that serves your target market, let's say we have Metro Fresh here in Atlanta, and they have a newsletter. Well, the poor guy writing that newsletter, every week or every month, he's kicking himself. What am I going to write about? Well, if you were to approach and say, hey, Mr. Metro Fresh owner, let me write a big nutrition article in your newsletter, and this will be great for you because we'll drive folks to your business, and we'll mention Operation Boot Camp. This will save you the trouble of having to figure out what to write, and then I'll put a coupon for your store in my logbooks, and and that way your customers will learn about us, and our customers will learn about you, and this is a great no-cost way to get people into your camps and to at least make people aware you're there, sharing customers. And if something like that works, you repeat it, and people are very open to this type of idea if you can just go ask. Asking your existing campers for referrals. I know we do this on Bring a Friend Day, but what about being more ambitious? How about asking your campers for referrals to share customers or to do partnerships or something bigger? People are often flattered when you ask them for help for things like that. Cold calls to create partnerships. We'll talk about that a little more with a shoe store, healthy restaurants, anything like that. Writing. When I say writing, I mean you can write things on your own, but you can also use things that we already have written. And this is sharing things on your blog, sharing things on your Facebook page, testimonials, and just keeping that activity up, and even make a schedule to getting that done on a regular basis. And then creating an event is pretty big. We've had, years ago, we did a big stunt out on the street when everyone was dressed up and working out, doing a 5K, helping with fundraisers. Crowdfunding is a new trend where you get all your fans to donate $2 towards a cause, and it adds up to a big amount of money.